Thomas Jefferson was a founding father, vice president, and was the third president of the United States. His ideas as a founding father helped to shape the American Revolution, and his actions as president helped to strengthen the federal government. Thomas Jefferson was one of the most influential founding fathers of the United States. Jefferson began to oppose Great Britain with his response to the Intolerable Acts. He authored a summary view of the rights of British America. Jefferson also served as a representative to the Second Continental Congress. He, along with a committee at this Congress, authored the Declaration of Independence. He became the U.S. Secretary of State, a position in charge of U.S. foreign policy during George Washington's first term. He became vice president in 1796 when he lost that election to John Adams. He helped to form the Democratic-Republican political party. This party opposed a strong federal government. Jefferson's opposition to Great Britain, authoring of the Declaration of Independence, and time as Secretary of State, Vice President, and President helped to shape the United States. Thomas Jefferson became the second Vice President of the United States with the election of 1796. Jefferson lost to John Adams in this election but became Vice President because he came in second place, and that was how the Vice President was determined. Jefferson was not consulted for many major decisions as Vice President because he and John Adams had differing views on government and policies. Thomas Jefferson became the third President of the United States with the election of 1800. Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr tied in the amount of electoral votes in the Electoral College during this election. The U.S. House of Representatives voted to break the tie and selected Thomas Jefferson. This was a significant exchange of power and upheld the peaceful transition of power established by the U.S. Constitution. This was a contentious election between the Federalist John Adams and the two Democratic Republicans, Jefferson and Burr. The different sides argued that the election of the other side would lead to the demise of the country. Once elected president, Thomas Jefferson shrank the size of the federal government by reducing the size of the military. He also lowered the national debt. Most Americans remember Jefferson's presidency because of the Louisiana Purchase. This was an expansion of federal power because the U.S. Constitution did not specifically address adding territory. The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the United States.